To become like the 1%, you have to be willing to get 1% better every day. There are a lot of people who are choosing not to develop their unique abilities. I believe that the problem with this is that 1% increases do not dramatically change your reality overnight. You know, going from sedentary on the couch, watching TV, eating junk food, to going to the gym, even for a week or a month, doesn't produce dramatic effects. It's not until you've been consistent for a year, 2 years, where your body and your mind start to really transform. Your reality starts to really take shape to meet the new changes that you've introduced. This is because progress is stored potential. You don't always see changes dramatically overnight, but once you start making enough changes consistently, that's when you have enough change to really dramatically alter the state of your reality. There's an example in my own life that I really got to live this out whenever I was learning and wanting to get into real estate investment. I had this idea that it was after I read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I would own rental properties and I would basically retire off of all the rental income that was coming in. This seemed very attainable and it wasn't something I was scared of. The more I learned about it, the more I realized how much I didn't understand about how to make this investment vehicle work and operate. So I started turning to YouTube videos, books, mentors, people who would just answer any questions I had. They were just people in the community who had rental properties. I would just pick their brain, figure out how it is that they got to where they were. And slowly I built this understanding and competency of how to actually turn a property into really financial freedom potential. It wasn't something I became an expert on overnight. It took months and months really of consistent learning and asking and curiosity that eventually led to me finding my first opportunity, which to a lot of other people and even investors included, it didn't seem as such. It was a property that had cockroaches crawling out of the outlets, stained carpets, writings, and dirt all over the walls. But it was in a nice area and I could see that there was great potential in this property, especially for my goal, which was to achieve financial freedom. I spoke to a financial advisor and he was trying to discourage me from ever taking on this house, saying that if I didn't know how to fix up properties, it was going to be basically just a big money pit. So I did what any sane person would do. On top of a full-time job, on top of being a newlywed, I learned how to become a handyman and how to fix up my own property. Learned how to do flooring, baseboards, painting, you name it. This house was a crash course on how to become a true handyman or true maintenance person. In the end, it really did pay off. It's been one of the best investments I've ever made, and I'm continuing to try to refine my skills and abilities because when the next opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be even that much more prepared. And it started back several years ago now when I just dedicated myself to getting 1% better and increasing my capabilities and capacity 1% every day. Whether it be an entrepreneurial journey or just contributing to an already established team, dedicate yourself to getting 1% better and the impact that you provide will be compensated greatly for the value that you introduce.